They say the dead can't hurt the living, but in a forgotten village, one man discovered how wrong that belief was. His name was Arman, a kind soul who trusted the wrong people. Betrayed, beaten, and left for dead in the woods by his so-called friends, his body was never found. But the villagers whispered, his spirit never left. Arman's friends envied his success. One stormy night, they lured him into the forest, stabbed him, and buried his body beneath a twisted old tree. They thought it was over. But from that night onward, strange things began happening. Dogs howled at midnight, shadows moved against the walls, and the tree where he was buried dripped with thick, black sap. Weeks later, one of the betrayers, Samir, heard whispers in the dark calling his name. He brushed it off until he saw muddy footprints leading into his locked bedroom. That night, he screamed so loudly the whole neighborhood woke up. By morning, Samir was gone. The only thing left was his bed soaked in mud and blood. Fear spread among the group. One by one, they began seeing Arman's pale figure, sometimes in the mirror, sometimes sitting silently at the end of their beds. They begged each other for help, but no one dared confess the truth to the villagers. The guilt chained them, and the spirit hunted them down one at a time. Another betrayer, Bilal, woke to find the old tree growing in the middle of his room, its roots crushing the walls. From its trunk, a bloody hand reached out and grabbed him. The next day, his body was discovered hanging from that same tree in the forest. Only Farouk remained, the mastermind of the betrayal. Paranoid, sleepless, he locked himself inside his mansion, thinking the spirit couldn't reach him. But at midnight, every candle in the house blew out. In the darkness, Arman's voice echoed, "You buried me alive. Now feel what it's like." The next morning, Farouk's mansion stood silent. Neighbors found him in the basement, buried under a mound of earth, as if the ground itself had swallowed him. His eyes were wide open, filled with terror. The curse was complete. Villagers stayed away from the forest after that. But if you dare walk near the old tree on a stormy night, you'll hear muffled screams from beneath the soil. Some say Arman's spirit still waits, hungry for anyone foolish enough to betray the innocent.